Hello guys and welcome back to my cybersecurity course. Today we will be going through directory brute forcing. So the active directory brute forcing is finding configuration files that are interesting, right? So these configuration files could be anything from password list, credit cards, financial statements, or maybe some sort of blueprint that gives out the way a company runs, whether it's its IT department or its employees, etc., right? Or it could be a login page, an administration page, something that kind of like gives us juicy details about the organization, right? So let me give you an example here. As you can see here, the https:// www.google.com is our main domain page, right? Normally a configuration file or a directory file is followed right after the // right? As you can see here, right? Let me give you an example of this, right? So here, after the .com // the configuration files could be admin, CSS, favicon, fonts, images, pretty much anything you can think of, right? So I'm using this picture here as an example because down here where it's highlighted users, a hacker was able to find this file and this list had a bunch of usernames in it, right? So what makes this dangerous is that a hacker can get these usernames, put it on the login page, and start brute forcing them, right? Until he finds a way to get into your account. Obviously, this is important because if it's an employee account, a bank account, or something real damaging, it can obviously be a bad thing, right? So let me show you another little cool trick here. Normally, every web page on the internet has a robots.txt file, right? So Google's web crawler, which is used to finding just files on files on files on files, right, including the directory of those domains. There's this file called the robots.txt, and this program tells the crawler, do not show this up in your database, please. And I'm going to show you it, right? So it's robots.txt, right? Boom. As you can see here, Google is telling a crawler, do not show these directories here. As you can see, disallow SDCH, disallow groups, disallow index.html, disallow ? And it's allowing other ones like search about. So again, these are the directory files we're interested in, right? Just to see if we can find something juicy. So I am going to use purchases as an example, right? Again, the robots.txt file is telling the Google web crawler, do not show these directories. Do not show these directories in your database or your little search technology or your main page, whatever, yada yada yada, right? So we're gonna paste this here. You see, boom, didn't work, right? So I'm assuming these directory files at one point probably did hold something juicy or something dangerous that could harm Google, but they ended up patching it up, right? So now we're gonna do our own brute forcing using this tool called Dirsearch, right? And it's a command line tool that you can easily install doing this: apt get install Dirsearch. Bam. Since I already installed it, there's no need for that. So Dirsearch, as you can see here, I've used this tool before. So this is the URL flag, right? So obviously google.com is our URL. This is our word list flag, right? And Dirsearch has its own word list built in. I think it's about 2,000 words long, but I'm actually using a custom one, and it's about over 1 million words long. So let me show you the word list real quick. It's right here, dire. As you can see here, index images, download. So the Dirsearch is going to use this word list to see and find what directory files are interesting, right? So let me show you how I got this list real quick. All right. All right, here we go. This is the web page that I get my usual, fuzzing list or passwords that I need. But as you can see here, right, directory list 2.3 big list. So this is the one I used, right? And then I just copied it, view raw. And then I copied the contents onto the txt file on my desktop directory. So you kind of get the point, right? So close this down. I don't need that anymore. So we're gonna run all this, right? Oh, and the last one. So the I flag is a status code. So if you ever go to like google.com, yahoo.com, facebook.com, and you get the web page and you connect to the web page successfully, in the background, there's these things called status codes, and they could be 200, 300, 404. 200 is that it connected to the web page successfully. So that's all we want back. We don't want any other status code. Alright, so now I'm running it. As you can see, right, I got over 1 million words here. It's close to 500 or over 500 now that it's used, and it's returned partners, right? So that's good. Copy. You see the status code again, right? So all the other words probably coming back as 303, or let me see, HTTP status codes. You see some down here, you see it? 404. I know 404 is a web page unavailable, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, here we go. You see successful responses, 200. Redirection messages. So most likely the other ones are probably 400. You see client error responses. Server error responses, 500. That's when the whole server is not available. This is when the web page itself is not available. Redirection. So these are normally like, it'll take you from an HTTP to an HTTPS. So it can go for, so an example, it'll be if you're visiting a web page that's http.google.com, it'll redirect you to HTTPS. Information response, which you rarely even see nowadays. As you can see here, continue, switching protocols, processing. Alright, so let's go back to our command line tool. So it's run close to 1500, right? And we still only have this one, partners. But let's see what that is. Let's put this here. So for whatever 200 directory file you get back, you should always check what it is, because it can house interesting information regarding an organization, right? So this is our first one again, partners, as you see. Interesting. I've never seen Google have a phone number before. Seems like this is some sort of partnership of some sort. By joining the Google Partners Program, you get access to the training, support, and resources to get your clients to succeed and help your company grow and stand out in the industry. Become a partner by signing up with your company's Google Ads and Manager account. I guess this is some sort of advertisement that you sign up for. But it's rare, honestly, that you get a phone number from Google, honestly. So this is interesting. I mean, any kind of information you can get about an organization is always good, right? Because you can kind of get an overall feel of how it's run, and you know what you can possibly find and get out of it. So let me see. Ooh, we got another one. Alerts. Paste and go. Oh, no, that's not right. This is interesting. Alerts, huh? Monitor the web for interesting new content. Create an alert about what? I've never seen this before.
When Barbara switched to TurboTax,
Sports?
I broke 4 generations of family tradition with 5 little words.
Sports? Wildcats found short. I've never seen this before. So, like I said, brute forcing directories will always take you somewhere that's interesting, and you always learn something about a company. So, the art of directory brute forcing, in my opinion, is one of the most important things you can do. And I mean, like I said, all right, guys. Well, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and follow me on Twitter. Yeah.